Hey, let me ask you a simple question. Why do some businesses grow steadily for years while others feel like they're constantly pushing a rock uphill? They're in the same industry, they use the same tools, sometimes even the same town. One grows, one struggles. Most people think the difference is their hustle, their marketing, or even luck. The reality is, sustainable growth almost always comes down to a few fundamentals that don't change. Today we're going to talk about one of the most practical business growth strategies I've seen work over and over again. The 3 pillars of sustainable business growth. Now you're probably sitting there, what the heck are the 3 pillars of sustainable business growth? Yeah, I get it. We'll get there. But the first thing is when business owners talk about growth, a lot of us jump into tactics. We need more marketing. We need more leads, more ads, more customers. But the tactics without structure rarely hold up and do anything. Growth that lasts usually rests on 3 different things. And the first thing is your top clients. Not all clients are equal. Some pay on time. Some respect your work. Some even refer others just like them. And some, let's be honest, some of them just drain us over time. They argue over price. You create stress for everybody involved. Sustainable businesses get very clear about who they serve best. They focus their energy on attracting more of the right clients instead of trying to serve everyone. The second pillar is your unique offer. If a customer can't quickly tell the difference between you and the company down the street, price becomes the deciding factor. And price competition, that's a tough place to be. It's the race to the bottom. Your unique offer answers simple questions. Why should someone choose you? And there are a lot of different things that make you different, right? It could be just simply how you communicate with a client, how you show up at the front door, how you price, how you deliver the work. But something about your business should make it clear that you're not just another option. You're different. You're the option. The third pillar is systemization. Growth becomes unstable when everything depends on one person to remember everything, to make all the decisions, or to fix the things that are broken. Systems turn what works into something repeatable. They create consistency. Consistency for the client, consistency for the employee. They reduce mistakes. They make it a heck of a lot easier to train. And they allow the business to grow without everything running through one person. When these 3 pillars work together, your top clients, your unique offer, and your systemization, growth just happens. And it's not just bigger growth. When people think about growth, they think about getting bigger. It's not necessarily always the case, and it may not be where you want to go. You may just want a business that's strong so you can take a vacation. When these all work together, it builds a stronger business. That's what sustainable business growth strategies is really about. It's not doing more things. It's doing the right things more consistently. Here's an example. I've seen this one play out over and over and over again. Technician is working for somebody, sees how much the boss is charging, sees how many hours he's working, and then says, hey, I think I could do the same thing, but cheaper than him and still make money. So they start a business. They're really good at what they do. Customers start calling. Word spreads. And before long, they're busy. But the business starts to feel more like a struggle. Some customers are great. Others are constantly negotiating or questioning the price. Jobs take longer than expected. The truck breaks down. The owner is answering questions all day long, answering the phone in the attic, in the basement. Hires a CSR, but they don't know the process because the owner has it all in his head. How to answer the phone, what to say. Revenue's growing. The top line is growing. But the stress, that's getting worse also. Then they hear about finding their top clients. They're sick and tired. Sometimes they find it on their own, right? Sometimes they find out that this client is not worth it, so they help them find somebody else. Or they just refuse to answer the phone for them. But they get clear about who their top client is, who it is they want to serve, who they want to focus their marketing on, instead of trying to serve everybody. They refine their unique offer so people understand what makes them different. And they start building simple systems. Just start writing down the processes so the work can happen consistently without a constant oversight. Now, the number of clients may not change much, but the quality does. The work becomes, I don't want to say easier, but smoother. Profit starts to increase. And the business becomes easier to run. Same owner. They didn't change their skills other than who to look for and how to be different. But they finally put the 3 legs of the stool or the pillars in place in order to do and go where it is they want to go and what it is they want to do. Here's your action step. If you want to apply this, idea, here's a simple place to start. Ask yourself these 3 questions. First, who are the clients that make my business better? The ones I would gladly serve again tomorrow and Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. You love working with them and they love working with you and they refer people to you. Second, what makes your business clearly different from the competition? And third, where does your business depend too heavily on you instead of a repeatable process that everybody can follow? And here's the thing, you don't have to fix all 3 or everything at once. But you need to be clear about all of them so you can work on fixing them and changing them. And when you build clarity around those 3 areas that can change the trajectory of your business faster than most marketing tactics ever will. Hey, if you want a deeper walk through these pillars, you can download the Business Growth Made Simple playbook. It breaks down top clients, unique offer, and systemization step by step. And if you're ready to go further, you can also join the wait list for the next cohort. We're going to work through these ideas together in a small group setting of business owners just like you who don't have all the answers but just want to improve. You'll find both those links in the show notes. Thanks for listening to Business Growth Made Simple. Look forward to talking to you next time.